Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. We're going to do live stream. So today the reason why I hopped on is because we need to talk about a potential major storm coming up, which is still really uncertain at this point, but it's at the point where we could talk about it, bring attention to it. None of the models are in very good agreement with what type we're going to get, so it depends on where the low positioning is, and I'll show you that here in a second. So we hop here, we go to the model. We'll start with the GFS, and we'll talk about the snow tomorrow, and then the bigger story for the weekend, which if continues to show signs tomorrow and the next few days, I will continue doing these live streams and even a potential emergency live stream if conditions warrant, and it becomes more increasingly likely. Okay, so we've got our low pressure system here. It's a really weak low pressure. It's a clipper coming down from Canada with it's bringing in some cold air and some snow for tomorrow. An inch at most. Most people won't even see an inch, but an inch at most. And I'll zoom in more to our area here. Okay, so as you can see, here's our low pressure here. Now, it doesn't look like much right now, but if I flip it like that. Okay, so watch how this goes. It's going to go really fast. And it's going to develop a little area of light snow here. And as it moves, the low actually is going to be continue weakening. But then everybody in the southern area here should be seeing some snow. Very light snow, light accumulations, and it moves out pretty quickly with maybe a few drip bolts of like effect behind it. Then I'll show you the snowfall totals that is expected here with the GFS. So here's what the GFS is saying for snowfall totals. Now, as much as I do agree with it, because that's too far. So here's the GFS and snowfall totals. You can see half an inch, places getting up to an inch, over an inch in some areas, but that's going to be more to where closer to the low pressure system. So that's why you're going to see these 2-3 inches down here, but we are expecting to half an inch to an inch and areas, and it's mainly going to be southern Michigan that sees the most snow out of this. Up north may not see anything with this system. And then we move on to the bigger story, which is going to be where to go. I'm usually way better at this, but I haven't used this site in a long time, so things are different. Okay, so clipper system moves really quickly, weakens as approach, light snow, and it keeps going. Sorry for these ad pop-ups, I hate them. And then we're going to watch as our next system draws near. And this is going to be our next weather maker here. So there's a lot of potential impacts with this system, and I say potential because we don't know which side we're going to be on first. The storm is going to be a very warm, moist fed storm. So the first part of it will probably be mainly rain, snow mix. If we do end up with scenario 1, we get heavy rain, thunderstorms, and maybe some severe thunderstorms with temps in the 60s. If scenario 2 plays out, and then again, this is where the low tracks, If the lower track's further east, we'd be more favored on the cold side and we'd see the heavy snow. If the track is more west, we'd see more rain than snow, but we'd still see snow behind it. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. You're going to see the low pressure move up towards Chicago. And you're going to see an area of heavy rain that moves into Michigan with some snow up north. And then behind this low, as it strengthens, the winds are going to pick up. It's going to be gusty, 40 to 50 mile an hour wind gust. And you're going to have some decent snow behind it, but nothing significant really for the southern part of Michigan. Stuff that we've dealt with before. And I'll show you the snowfall totals for G, and this is just a GFS. This is just one model, so doesn't mean that this is going to be the way it looks. You're going to see. So pay attention to this band of heavy snow here, and don't pay attention to the amounts. Those don't mean anything yet until we reach the 3 day mark there. Tomorrow we'll be at the 4-5 day mark, and we can actually start kind of honing in on the track a little bit better. But today and tomorrow, I'm just going to be kind of discussing what changes. So you have this band here. It's going to affect northern Michigan with some significant snow, and Wisconsin, parts of Wisconsin, parts of Illinois, parts of Indiana here, and even we would see some decent snow down here in southern Michigan, but nothing like northern Michigan, according to this model. And this model has shifted because before it showed snow on the east side of Michigan. A heavy snow band was here, so it shifted a good 200 miles to the north and west. So that's according to the GFS on the latest models here. Now, if I take us to a more, this is going to be the Euro, and this one will probably going to be more aggressive. This one is more aggressive with the storm. Okay, I'm trying to. I hate when it does this. All right. So Clipper shows the same thing pretty much. Then we're going to have this ridge build, and this ridge is going to give us nice warm weather towards the end of the week here. And then this ridge is going to be knocked out by this gigantic low pressure system that forms. And as you can see, it's already getting pretty strong. It's almost below 1,000, and now we're below 1,000. So we're pretty strong low already. You can see very gusty winds and heavy snow there. And as it moves up, it just continues to grow in strength. I mean, this is, if this verifies, this is going to be a very powerful system. Either way, if we get rain or snow. And as you can see, this one is showing a big band of heavy snow and gusty winds behind it and some cold air that floods in behind it. Either way, cold air is going to flood in behind it. Big problem we're having with this is timing and low track right now, but that's pretty normal for this time. I'm gonna speed this up here. Okay, so look at where the band is now. And it's really important that you look where the band is. I'm gonna go back towards the Midwest here. And then I'll play this forward. Man, this computer is giving me problems. There's our Clipper system snow again. And then we're gonna start seeing the big system here. There it is. Okay. Look at now where this heavy band of snow is. Through central, through western. Pretty much covers more of the state now with significant snowfall. Again, don't look at the numbers. These are going to change 15 times tomorrow and tonight. But we do get an idea of where our heavy snow band could set up. And this is scenario number 2 here. We get less rain but we still get rain in the beginning, and then we get a quick switch over to snow as the cold air collides in with it. This cold front comes in and collides in. Get a quick burst of snow here, and the snow will be very heavy if it plays out this way. We'll have 40, 50, maybe even 55 mile an hour gusts, which could create blizzard conditions. But again, it's way too early to be talking what it's going to be yet, because we don't know. All we know is that a storm system is going to impact us. We just don't know how, when, or where yet. But this weekend, prepared for it to get pretty messy either way. Always be prepared. Always prepare for the worst, I should say. But don't get too worried about this storm yet, as it's still far out. Just close enough to where you can talk about it, and it's in our eyesight here. You may be getting a lot of hype on social media about a big blizzard. No, this thing is not going to be a big blizzard. Trust me, we've had worse than this. If this plays out this way, yes, this would be pretty significant, and this would be a winter storm warning or blizzard, maybe blizzard warning type scenario. But I'm warning you, these models like to do this, and then they switch at last minute. So going to be really interesting to see how this unfolds with the model runs tonight and tomorrow for sure. Give us a better perspective on how much likely this is going to be, stuff like that. Now, I will be posting on my Facebook group, Armored Weather. If you're not a part of that, you can join it. It's on Facebook. It is Armored Weather. Anybody watching that's brand new, I'd enjoy you to like the page, and I will post major storm updates on there. I've been trying to get better with doing more posts and doing more videos, but with life and work and everything, it's just it gets in the way. But I really want to make sure that people are informed on this potential impact storm here. And if you guys don't know, I do have a Google slide or forecasting up. I have not updated that in the last couple of days, so it is not correct. So don't focus on whatever that's saying, because it's wrong. I have to change it completely. I will probably take it down and create a new one just for the system later for that. But as right now, we're not really in the forecasting phase for this system. We're just kind of in the watching phase for the system. Forecasting stage will start tomorrow night, and then probably the next day after tomorrow, depending on how bad these models are going to be tomorrow. If these models are really bad tomorrow, I am not going to be doing any forecast. I will just do another video update like this, explaining different scenarios if there is more. And as always, I'm going to give us a storm impact level is low confidence right now. I give it about 20-30% that this actually does impact us significantly some way, which is low right now. But like I said, once we get more confidence, I'll raise that level up if the storm does still pose a very strong threat, which I'm hoping does not. But you never know with these systems anymore. I guess we can do one last thing. I'm going to pull up satellite here, and then we'll be able to look at this clipper that's going to be moving in, because you'll be able to see it on the, no, not that. Okay, you can see our clipper is already starting to move in. We're getting clouds. You got your snow here. The low pressure center is right here. It's moving. So snow will start moving in tonight and start accumulating tomorrow morning, and then should move out by tomorrow afternoon. And then we've got this gigantic system here. This is what I'm talking about. This has a lot of energy with it, and I know it's going to impact us some way. So I just gotta wait for the model runs tonight, tomorrow to really fine tune and pick out and see when I want to actually forecast this for and give more warning towards. I just wanted to give an early heads up that there is a major impact system possible. Not likely yet, but possible. we will likely be impacted some way by the system. Most of the United States will be impacted some way by the system, as we're already getting heavy rainfall all over in California, which has been going on for a couple days now, and it's just getting worse over there. So pray for them that things work out for them over there. And then we have our little clipper system that's going to create some snow showers. There could be maybe a couple embedded short bursts of snow in there, depending on the lake here. But I'm not expecting anything major with snowfall. Maybe just a dusting enough to get the grass white and slushy and stuff, but nothing major. All right, that's gonna end it for tonight's live, guys. I will go live tomorrow if there's a need to, and if there's really any changes. If there's not a lot of changes, then I will not worry about that. All right, guys. See you guys later. Bye.